Hey, Donald Miller here, Donald Miller's Electrical Services. So, apprenticeships and apprentices, okay? We're on the eve of Memorial Day weekend, and I'm cutting today short. It's Friday, so I'm gonna probably try to get everyone out of here by 12 o'clock. And over this week, we've had apprentices have some issues, and some decent apprentices that are borderline mechanic. I understand that when you're at that stage of like on your way to becoming a mechanic, you can kind of over exaggerate your skill level and declare yourself a mechanic. And as long as you're being honest with the guy teaching you, that ego bump, it's somewhat okay, but you have to remember that there's various steps from going from entry level to mechanic, and you can't have gaps in that education, because it'll be like Swiss cheese, and then you'll go onto a job and you'll completely screw the job up because you weren't trained, or you don't have any education in certain steps. So you have to be very careful with your education. And I understand people want to rush the beginning stages of the trade because they're trying to get higher pay and they're jumping around companies. And it's really important that you take the time those early years and you use them correctly, because if you don't use them correctly, it'll affect your entire career. And I often do talk about apprentices because I'm often trying to help apprentices get to that next level. I want to see guys excel in this trade the right way. And just because you know how to install things electrically doesn't make you a mechanic yet, because when you get onto a job site, you need to know what order to put them in to make your 8-hour day. And what order you put them in is as important as the correct installation methods. And that's where learning the trade comes in later years. Who are you being trained with? Who's teaching you how to troubleshoot? These times are extremely important. So you want to make sure you have good teachers helping you along on this road to becoming a mechanic. And there's so much subject matter in this that you can talk about various subjects for hours on end. And I have an apprentice that's calling me up once a week, and he's within his first 2 years. And the number one thing I'm working with him is building a correct habit Monday through Friday. What time is he waking up in the morning? What time is he studying? What time is he going to bed? Basically, I'm setting up his clock. We're not even getting into the trade yet, because the first 2 years, you're really changing your lifestyle from being whatever you were before this trade to adjusting yourself for the trade. Okay, and I put it to guys like this. If your habits and rituals, your daily habits and rituals is this cup, all right, and you go out every Tuesday night and you stay out till 11 o'clock, drill a hole in that cup, all right? Then, you're staying up late and you're watching late night, you're playing video games, drill another hole in the cup, all right? You smoke weed, drill 3 holes in this cup. Not because the impairment right after you smoke, it's your ability not to learn and process information, because weed is in your system, and that's a big deal. Okay, people think it doesn't affect them. I'm telling you it does. I've seen it. I've seen guys not get this trade because they like to smoke at night, And during the day, they think they're sober when really they're not. They have brain fog and they don't even know it. All right. So now you have 5 holes in this cup. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to teach you the best electric, and I'm going to pour the best electrical knowledge into this cup. Well, you're not going to retain it. There's 5 there. It's leaking like a sieve. And that's, bad sleep habits, not eating right. You're drinking a lot. Okay. This cup is your first 2 years. You're building a solid foundation. That's all you're doing. And, guys are calling me up, and I apprentice guys out of state as well as I apprentice guys in my own office. Okay. If this is your career and the electrical trade is your career, then you're looking for that higher income for the whole duration of your life, not just one job. So what you want to do is take steps for the long haul. So the first 2 years, you're building the cup, okay? You're learning small stuff, but you're really building the cup. You're showing up early every single day. You're bright-eyed. You're attentive. You're alert. Okay, Monday through Friday, not Monday through Thursday, and then you have a bad day Friday. Monday through Friday, you're bright-eyed and alert. Okay, once when you build that week after week after week, solid 5-day work week, and I'm not talking about working hard all day. I'm talking about being 100% Monday through Friday. When you get there, that's when you can start learning this trade correctly, because that's when it'll be most profitable for you, because all the knowledge that you're going to pick up and everything you're going to learn, you're going to retain. Not only are you going to retain, but you're going to use it. And companies, regardless of where you go, they're going to see a guy that has solid discipline Monday to Friday with solid work ethics and knowledge of the trade. They're going to want to keep you around. So they're going to pay you as much as they can, not as little as they can. There's 2 different sides of this trade. So when you get hired, there's the people that they try to pay as little as possible. And then there's the people that are very profitable for a company that they're going to try to pay as much as possible for. Okay, as long as the company can afford them. You want to be on that latter side. You want to be that company where guys are trying to give you as much money as possible to keep you around. All right. That all starts in the beginning. And sometimes people don't like hearing this. So be it. Go figure out a way to make this trade work for you. All right. But if you're on the union side of things, you have a program that is right there for you. You have elders around you. You have guys that are going to show you the way. But if you're non-union, it's extremely important, if you want to be successful non-union, that you build this cup correctly, okay, and you learn correctly and you get proper education, okay, because you don't have a whole organization around you supporting you, okay? You're going to be, like the Lone Ranger, all right? Now, that being said, there's no cap in your pay either. So if you can build a really solid cup and you learn some valuable stuff, electrical knowledge, sky's the limit to your pay. You can easily double prevailing wages, all right? Because you're going to be one of those guys that companies have you on emergency break glass type of notice, and they're going to call you when shit hits the fan. You're going to be the number they call, and you're going to be able to bill accordingly. That doesn't come through marketing. It doesn't come through sales pitches. That reputation comes from building a solid electrical career. And that's what we do here. I build solid careers. And then guys can take that career wherever they want to go. They don't need to stay here. All right. I'm here until I retire. Okay. I put my time in. I have 23 years in. I'm enjoying myself. I'm teaching guys this trade the right way. We're not a for-profit company, so I'm not out there going door-to-door sales techniques. I don't do that. We're a lot more honorable than that. What I want to see is guys learn this trade in a manner that they can afford to support a family. They can afford to buy a house. They can afford to have a brand new car. Okay, and if you learn this trade correctly, those things were promised to me, and they should be promised to any mechanic that learns this trade correctly. So realize that is what's on the table. So if you want to know why you should put down the booze during the week, and if you want to know why you should start listening to certain people, and if you want to know why you should change your lifestyle for this trade, it's because what the trade can promise you if you become a master mechanic. That's why. That's your why. That was my why. And the apprenticeship, if done correctly, should completely change who you are. The person entering the trade, entering his apprenticeship, and the person leaving the apprenticeship should be two different people. At least it was that way for me. All right. So enjoy your Memorial Day. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.